Is language learning ever truly individual? What if I told you that whether we acquire a first language or learn a second one, the process is never truly individual? Today, I will be sharing my thoughts on Lev Vygotsky's social cultural theory and its claim that language is not just individually learned, it is socially constructed. And that language is not just merely a tool for communication, but rather it shapes the way we think, the way we learn, and even form our identity. Now, Lev Vygotsky argued that learning doesn't happen in isolation. It happens through social interaction. And if it's right, that means language isn't just about expressing our thoughts. It's what creates them in the first place. Now, let's break this down by focusing on the very core concept of Lev Vygotsky, which we call a zone of proximal development, or ZPD. It refers to the gap between what a person can do alone and what they can do with the help or guidance of others, or this more knowledgeable other. Now, imagine a child trying to speak a new language. Diba? If they're left alone, progress is low. But when interacting with a more experienced speaker, that child learns faster because language is being scaffolded, meaning guided support is shaping their learning process. And learning happens as well because this very interaction forces them to process, adjust, and even internalize language more effectively. But here's something even more interesting in Lev Vygotsky's idea. Vygotsky didn't just say we learn language socially. He argued that even if we're alone, we use language to think. And this is called private speech, where we talk to ourselves as a way of solving problems. Now, Vygotsky also explained that private speech isn't just talking to yourself, it's actually a tool, a cognitive tool specifically, that helps structure our thoughts. Some researchers like Noam Chomsky argue or may argue that language is more of an innate ability rather than something shaped by social context. But Vygotsky would counter that even if we're born with some capacity for language, it only fully develops through social and even cultural interactions. And that's where learning truly happens. So, what's the takeaway? Vygotsky's theory suggests that language is more than just words. It's a tool for shaping thoughts, learning, and even our sense of identity or even our sense of self. So that's it for this discussion, and that's it for my sharing. Thank you so much.